Now, Nkosi Sikeleli, the anthem of South Africa, to be sung by Arno Jordan.
Nkosi Sikeleli, Afrika, malupaka miso onowayo, izwahili tandazo yetu, Nkosi Sikelela, Dina Lusapowayo, Morena Buloko Sejaba Saisun, Ofedice Ditwale Matrenio, O Seboloke Sejaba Sa, Jesus Sejaba Sa, South Africa, South Africa. And the Belfast was a hymn, and he did the Faustin. Och Ziebertachterbergtes, var die Grenze Antwort hier. Thousand called to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa.
A shot of emotion with the singing of the national anthems. And now a charge of a different sort to go through the crowd as the All Blacks prepare to do the haka.
Well, of course, this was interesting last week at Loftus when the crowd started singing Ole, Ole, Ole.
A Spanish soccer song, yeah.
Spanish soccer song. It was a bit weird, actually.
We'll see what sort of response they get as the All Blacks prepare to lay down the challenge. So the All Blacks perform Kapo Apango in front of this crowd here at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium. Rico Gear prepares to join his mates on the bench.
Chris, this is you.
Well, wonderful preparation at the start of the test match. Silent to us, of course, no microphones on the ground. But the timing, the precision, the intensity, it's all there to see.
Well, magnificent conditions, as we heard from Ian Smith. This ground here will provide ideal underfoot conditions. And it's not as hot as we thought it might be. We were here early on in the week and it was in the high 20s, but it's a nice, comfortable 20-odd degrees here as referee Chris White does a quick count around, making sure there's only 30 players on the field. Overcast skies and a breeze just to keep the temperature down. Conditions could not be better.
Captain, thank you. Stay back, lads.
So the box lining up in pairs to receive the kickoff.
And the All Blacks' last appearance at the Phillips Tri-Nations is underway at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium in Phokeng, just out of Rustenburg, on the high veld of South Africa. And the Springboks with the ball early on, and a touch for Andre Pretorius, drilling a long kick downfield. Doug Howlett taking it and firing it quickly infield. Su'uyala was there, and a chance for Joe Rokothoko to have Brian Habana on. Looking to get on the outside, but Habana equal to the challenge.
Well, he was. Rokothoko on the outside break.
Howlett in close, and all over him was Pedri Vandenberg, driving him back. But Jimmy Cowan has it for the All Blacks, having a little snipe, but the ball's been lost forward, and the Boks will get the chance to attack.
A mile offside, Tony Vandenberg, and a mile offside.
Okay, Louis, far side.
Well, here's Rokothoko on the outside. He tried to fend, but Havana,
We'll wait till
he had the gas. He let him go on the outside and had the gas on to stay with him and grab him.
I want the
So,
crouch, gentlemen.
Remember what the confidence factor is when that happens.
Crouch
Will he
and
have a go
hold.
the next time,
Crouch
Rokothoko
and
on the
hold.
outside? I hope
Engage.
so.
Both sides break
Well,
up.
it's a
Far
different
side, be quiet.
alignment for this Springbok
sides, wait
back
for
line.
it.
Van Olafia moving
Wait
out to
for it.
centre. Normally plays in the inside centre position. Today he's on the
Crouch and
outside
hold.
position. Are they going to move the ball? Furi de Pria.
Stay there, scrum half. That's good.
Vandenberg gets it away to De Pria, running across field, but they're looking to get the ball some width. But not a great pass. Ndungane had to stop and take it. Didn't lose it, and now penalised.
Yes, someone
Isolate.
fell actually in the All Black backline on defence there and gave Ngani just a little bit of room to move.
Well, this penalty awarded just outside the 22. Thump downfield, not put into touch. And Vandenberg almost back to his own goal line. In fact, drops it down.
Pretty smart thinking, really. I mean, I wouldn't have thought it would have made it, but he was patient. If it had dropped short, he would have been under pressure.
Well, you don't have to kick the ball quite so far in this stadium. It's not 100 metres. In fact, the 22s are actually on a point 21 metres out from the goal line, and the dead ball areas are very narrow, and the pitch isn't as wide as we're used to seeing in New Zealand, so maybe not quite as much space. Here's Aaron Major putting it high and giving chase. Sibi Vatu lining up the Springbok man at the back, which is Furi de Pria, but he makes good ground. Taken in the tackle by Major, and it's there for John Smith. Springboks trying to move the ball out of trouble. That's Jacques Fourie. Now du Preez, flat pass to Ndungane. Driven into the ground.
No advantage in the way
this
there.
time
Stopping play.
he's found out where the offside line is, and it's a penalty to the Springboks.
Well, they've come to play, haven't they, South Africa? They're moving the ball in reasonable fashion.
Other way.
They're trying a bit of counter-attack. Good step there. Getting out of trouble, then setting up. They're having a feel of it too. Most of the Boks players would have had the ball this early in the game. Quite different from last week, where there was a propensity to kick almost every occasion.
Numbers!
So, the line out.
How many?
A great area of strength for South Africa last week, not only on their own ball, but against the throw.
Looks like you got Aaron Major there for not getting out of the way fast enough. So here's John Smith, just on the 10-metre mark, drifting down towards the back, and Vandenberg wins the ball, and De Villiers will take them on, taken just around the ankles. Carter having to make the tackle. Now they look to the big man to try and head it up the box. Oh, bad hands there, and the All Blacks have got it. Muliaina.
Let's tidy it up, lads. There's a couple there.
You lost it.
1, 2.
Well, it might have been the back of last week, but that's a poor start from Jacques Fourie. Really wasn't under pressure at all on this blind side. South Africa building well and trying to use the extremities. That was a good pass, and he was just looking at what was coming, and that was Aaron Major.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of communication breakdown there too, Smithy, actually.
Engage.
Well, you reshuffle the back line and put players in different positions. He's probably going to expect that. Soyali gets it away nicely to Jimmy Cowan. Slides the kick down the touchline. Fourie, and awkward for him. He really wanted that to put it back down the other end of the field. And now there's a scrap away off the ball.
Watch these two.
There won't be any repercussions, I don't think, because the touch judge had followed play.
Hang on, wait.
Well, you guessed
Louis,
that
anything
Matthew
for me?
would be involved, along
Right,
with
no,
his
wait,
locking
stop.
partner and Johan Muller.
Come here.
And
No,
for
no,
the All
don't
Blacks,
look.
Tony
I want
Woodcock
you there,
very
please.
much a part of it too.
Number 1, I want you over there. I'll talk to you
Who was
first,
the
and I'll talk
perpetrator?
to him.
That's the question.
Thank you. Please do not get involved. Do not get involved.
Just a word. And they'll go to the line out. Oh, you can see there was a bit of a clash of
Numbers,
bodies there.
please.
Well, that's just
Numbers.
Matfield tripping over Carl
4
Heyman
plus
there
1.
and Muller deciding
4
to
plus
take
1.
exception to it.
3 plus 1. Who's the receiver?
Well, it was Nigley
Who's the
last week.
receiver?
So
Stay
it's
there.
going to be Nigley
You
again
in the
this
back,
week.
please.
It is the All Blacks against the
Okay.
Springboks after all. So Smith. Out.
Leave his inside arm alone.
A little bit of obstruction in the line out.
Number 5.
Oh,
number
Matfield
5.
giving the message.
So the penalties are coming fairly thick and fast early on.
Chris White actually pointing the finger at Ali Williams there, grabbing his inside arm as he jumped.
And Matfield letting him know.
6.
You can see the arm there quite clearly. So now they have a line out just a couple of metres short of halfway. And this time Matfield goes
Leave his
up
leg.
unchallenged. He's Black's trying to defend it, but this is a good advance.
Number
from the
6. Number
Springboks.
6. Come away.
Oh, it's a good drive. They're united, aren't they? Body
Advantage,
positions
number 8
low,
to the
ball
side.
at the back.
Vandenberg has it in the back,
Number 8.
and he's got the All Blacks.
Away.
And a penalty too.
So probably a chance for Pretorius here.
Number 8. First time. Number
I'm
8.
not sure, but Ronnie Sualo came through at the end. But that was a very effective drive. That's the third Springbok line out. Their throw. The first 2 were challenged effectively by New Zealand. The third one was beautiful ball taken off the top, driven hard, and you can see it here. 8 men behind. That's everyone committed, even the hooker. New Zealand trying to hold with 3.
Well, Smithy Pretorius kicking. There is a breeze here. As he makes his little sandcastle.
The way I read it, Tony, it's probably
Okay, let's
going,
keep watching in those exchanges.
as we look at it in a normal shot, it's probably going bottom left of screen to top right. So he'd
Right.
probably be looking
Okay,
to
just
fade
keep-
the ball in off the left-hand
just keep
upright.
watching on those exchanges
If he's
if
got
they're
that
getting
sort of
into those
control.
balls.
I'm
Can
not
you
sure
hear me now?
distance will be a problem. Soialo absolutely baffled as to why he was penalised, thinking that he had joined that maul from a legal
Can
angle.
you hear me?
But the breeze, I won't say it's Wellington standards, but it's useful enough to be a problem.
Wellington, what breeze?
You miss it, Murray, you miss it.
What about the line? I'm not missing at the moment, actually. I'm having a good time, but look at the line he's got towards the goalpost. Line of sand to follow.
This kick just around 40 metres for Pretorius and straightening it up. And first points on the board to the Springboks.
Well, significant in my mind. The drive from the line out is a psychological advantage to South Africa. New Zealand committed only about 3 to hold. I think we'll find in future, as he strikes the ball beautifully, I think we'll find in future New Zealand will have to commit more to that line out. Otherwise, the psychological advantage to South Africa will make them grow an inch or 2.
So the Boks on the board. Dan Carter kicks off for the second time. The All Blacks putting the ball down into the Springbok 22.
Well, once again, they're trying to drive back.
And now Vandenberg moving away. Dupree having a little snipe and then hitting his kick really in field. And Soialo's there, easy for him. Now Howlett. And Howlett having a little go up the middle. De Villiers struggling to hold him.
Move away, number 4.
Effective, Hallett.
Cowan, they move it to the left. Major slicing through. Major, he's got Rokethoko one way, and he's got forwards inside. Chris Jack, Jerry Collins, and now Andrew Hoare. Ball knocked down.
Advantage.
And,
No!
oh, he's come round offside here.
Knock
Corey
on
Dupree.
offside.
Yeah, it was a tough actually
Number
on
9.
Dupree. It looked
Knock
like
on
the ball was
advantage,
out. It was
offside.
actually being held by one of the New Zealand players. So therefore it wasn't out.
Well, it took a knockdown of the ball. He's given them the benefit of the doubt because it saved a try.
Well, Tony, we spoke to Joel Stransky about the rushing defence. He said it's a problem, and there the culprit, Brian Habana, came way out of alignment, and that was where they were busted wide open.
Well, if that pass had gone, Major had Rokethoko outside him, and that would have been a try. Great break, Major. He sliced through beautifully. It's the thing about this New Zealand black line. Unless their
Right,
markers
okay.
stay on the inside shoulder,
Could be when we're running.
any one of these players can make a
I can
break.
hear you now.
Well, Daniel Carter has kicked 99 test match points this
Don't be
year.
frightened to give a hand signal if I can't see. If I can't hear you. It's important.
So here's a chance for him to level the scores.
Which he does.
Ball sailing high above the line of the goalposts. But over it goes and it's 3-all.
Cool, calm and collected. Mr. Carter. A lot of C's there, aren't there? Cool, calm, collected Carter.
Just 24 years of age already, he's achieved so much. And as he continues to develop his game, as he believes he's doing, boy, exciting possibilities. 3-all. So Pretorius kicks off, puts it high, and coming forward, Richie McCaw. Well, they kicked the ball to him all afternoon last week. Now Major.
Let's go, gentlemen. Okay.
Woody underneath it and just out from the 22, so fires it infield. Pretorius with the options. Nicely struck punt. And yeah, it's good ground.
Oh, yes, indeed. Major not wanting to put the ball in touch. Confidently kept it in field, but what a reply. Well, he started well, Pretorius. This is New Zealand's first line
I'll
out.
find out.
So McCaw took it beautifully.
Numbers.
He broke away, but look at this tackle. Great tackle, isn't it?
That's
How
Oscar
many?
Hunt, and he's a very
Come
good
here.
tackler.
That is a very good player.
Receiver.
Couldn't believe one of the journalists suggested he should be dropped during the weekend.
Now attention on the New Zealand line out. Inside their own 22. This is where the heart beats a little quicker, but Richie McCaw answers the call at the back.
I'll tell you what,
Give it up.
brave
give it up.
move to throw it to the back in the first line of the game.
Andrew Hoare peeling away, spinning through a couple of tackles, including that of his opposite number, John
Just
Smith.
There, number 4. 4 off your feet.
Well,
No,
he
no,
did
no, no,
very
no, no,
well.
no.
Hoare.
No. You've gone off your feet and you're still
Andrew
holding on to
Hoare,
the
the
ball.
sort of guy that
Stay
doesn't
up,
look
number
like
4.
he's going to break the line, but he just sort of
Sorry, you've
keeps
got to be
on
over here.
hanging in there and pumping his legs, and then he slips through. So often it happens. And he scored a lot of tries, of course, in the same sort of situation, but that time clearly breaking the line with persistence.
Well, he's a tough character. There's a couple of farm boys in the All Black front row today. Andrew Hoare, of course, a farmer. Tony Woodcock. Carl Heyman, you know, he's a rugged sort of a bloke. They'll be up to anything the box can throw at them. Jimmy Cowan wanted to take it quickly, but not really allowed to get into the flow yet, the All Blacks, because of the constant
There he
whistle
is,
in this
there he
game.
is.
Down the back they go to McCaw.
Beautifully taken, set up. The box coming in with numbers, look at that. All Blacks battling to break away, so Hoare, this is his area of the game.
Slips under another couple of tackles. He's making useful metres. And Rodney Sotoyalo looks to make another couple.
He has a similar style, doesn't he?
Now Jerry Collins onto it. And again, Springboks just
Stay on your feet, boys, stay on your
almost
feet, stay
falling
on your
off
feet.
tackles here.
Let's go,
Cowan
let's go.
snatches it away, sees a gap. Closes back up again. It's been picked up by Pretorius. And now a chance for the Springboks to break out. But again, the hands let them down. Well,
Let
that's
go,
a sign
let
of a
go,
team
let go,
lacking
let
in
go.
confidence, snatching
That's
at the
right.
ball when
Advantage,
opportunities
not
are there.
advantage.
But they saw the space.
Now Cowan kicks in towards the corner.
College over.
And Dupree, who's got a great boot on him.
I agree with you, Tony. It is a team lacking in confidence, although prepared to give it a go. They saw the space, they moved the ball, and they did have space. Let down at the
Numbers.
end by an error, but the intent was correct. So New Zealand with their second
Ball.
throw.
Oh, hello, Matt Field and Jack
6.
part 2. Well,
They have a good reach on them, those boys.
well, Ali Williams losing that one straight through the hands, and so the Box get a bonus ball. And now it's been
First
lost.
knock on, off a black hand in the line out.
Yes, but not
Then
straight,
knocked
did
here,
he
back
say?
we
Not
come.
straight in the line.
No, it was
Let's
it
come here.
came
First one
off
in the line out.
It was
All
actually
Black
a
hand.
good line out too, because they faked to use McCaw again, and then he went in as the lifter for Ali Williams, and it was Ali Williams' mistake, because the throw was right on the
No
money.
ball, gentlemen, no ball.
Been a good start from Andrew Hoare.
Crouch and hold. Engage. Okay, let's go.
So Dupree sticks it straight under the hooker's feet. And now it goes into centre field.
Number
Pretorius.
13 hold.
Another pretty
13
aimless
onside.
looking kick. Now here's Howlett, chance to open things up from the back. He's got Sivivatu with him. Little lob kick down towards the corner. And Dupree back.
Hold.
Dan Carter fields the kick, and once more
Onside.
they'll look to switch play. Major
Let him run.
Lobbing the ball into a bit of space, but reading it nicely. Dupree is absolutely everywhere at the moment. Now here's Habana. Carl Heyman coming across, and Collins. Springboks flying in off their feet. Now John Smith.
Gee, powerful, 116 kg.
Now the Springboks looking to play with confidence. Popped away to De Villiers. Now Venon Olafia. Chance to move it. Fenter out wide.
Hands away, Black. Hands away, Black.
Good play, Box. Whoa, counter ruck.
Brilliantly driving through
That's
was
a
Rodney
counter-ruck.
Su'oyalo. Oh, that's magnificent play from the All Blacks. And Carter thumps it back into touch.
Absolutely outstanding play, Tony. South Africa looking to move the ball and doing it effectively. 2 or 3 rucks, spinning the ball wide. And it all started up front. Olafia, the big pass here. Bit of space there, and that's AJ Fenter, brought back into the team at 33 years of age. He's a campaigner, that boy, but look at this counter ruck here. Who was it, McCaw?
No, it was Rodney Su'oyalo who drove through.
And Sitibatu right behind him.
Well, the All Blacks have just owned the breakdown in these matches against the Springboks. Bit of jersey pulling
Contact
there.
on the player. Come here. Come
And
here.
I don't think he's going to let Ali Williams get away with this much longer.
I want to see you going for the ball. That's twice.
Well, he's shaking his head, but it was clear as day.
Clear as day.
Twice
Clear
his
as this
first
day,
instinct
that's
has
for
been to
sure.
play the player rather than ball.
Well, it was a bit of a grope, really, wasn't it? It wasn't the old.
Well, he still impeded the jumper, and that's twice now, and he's given them a chance to shoot for goal. Ali Williams, who's in discipline, almost got him into hot water last week. He's in a position now where he can't do it again,
No,
or
no,
I would
no,
say
that's
this
your
fellow
mark.
will put him in the bin.
Thank you. That's all right. Sorry.
Well, Andre Pretorius kicks this goal, 2 out of 2. The crowd will go crazy, and his confidence will soar. And he's a bit of a confidence player, likes to have a bit of a go at the line.
There's the ball, no trouble with the distance. It's slightly lower altitude than in Pretoria, but still way above sea level. So Pretorius to try and put the Springboks ahead again. Long, deliberate and accurate.
Well, he's got a bit of a slice, hasn't he, the way he kicks. I wonder if he plays golf the same way, but he's kicked both of them to the outside the left-hand upright, and they've both swung round. Maybe it's the breeze a little bit, but down the centre.
Well, wind direction is the factor, Murray. As I said, bottom left, top right. If you're looking at the big shot of the ground, that's the direction of the breeze. So basically that kick was straight into the teeth of it. But it just shows you cannot give away penalties within 50, 60 metre range.
Well, both teams found that out last week. Here's Brian Habana. Oh, he stood up Joe Rokothoko and then headed back in field.
So,
Yeah, but Woodcock nailed him.
And Pretorius under pressure. Carl Heyman coming at him, puts the ball into touch. So now the All Blacks get an attacking line out.
Yes, Rokothoko came up pretty quick. He gave him the outside break, and Habana said, "Thank you. Yep, I'll take that." But Heyman, twinkle toes Heyman.
oh, stay here. Walk up. Which are
Well,
you?
you can see there lots of gaps in the
Green.
crowd, which is
That's
disappointing.
fine, no,
I think
I'm
it's just
We've
a
got the gap there.
combination of
Thank
the
you.
fact that this stadium is a long way away from some of the traditional rugby centres,
All in with that.
and this despondency about the box. They win here this afternoon. They want to come back here every year. Now Cowan has it off the Williams throw, and now Rokothoko loses the ball, leaves it behind him,
Just for a knock on.
and the box able to pick it up.
Okay, lads.
Pretty
Okay, sorry.
complex
It's
move,
been
that one,
knocked
actually.
on there. It wasn't coming
The
quick
players
enough.
running in all directions, about 4 different angles, lines. And the last one was supposed to go to Rokothoko. So beautiful ball off the top. It was actually quick ball too. Look at Cowan.
Right, hold on.
Distributing.
There's no ball, gentlemen. There's no ball.
Rokothoko, I mean Sitivati, wasn't it?
Hang on, who are we binding on for?
Rokothoko on the right.
Who are we binding on?
He looked a little bit flat maybe.
Engage.
Well, he was running into traffic too.
Stay on, please.
Springbok scrum holding solid. Pretorius onto the left foot. They're really pushing him onto that boot. And up goes the flag.
Sorry? The front lock came round. Right, I'll check, yeah.
So New Zealand to throw again. Line out. Pretty
Move,
effective
move,
so far,
Greens.
New Zealand. Macau a
Green's
couple.
there, thank you.
Ali Williams one.
That's fine. That's fine. Stay.
Contest is happening though.
Ali Williams is the go-to guy at the moment for the All Blacks. Carter, now they look to get it wide. Nuliaina Rokothoko into the line, lobs the pass to Howlett. Now Sivi Vatu stretching out. Runs into a double tackle but presents the ball. Habana
Stay.
making the tackle. Inside the 22. Carter, they go wide to Jack into a hole. Jack Collins. Try to the All Blacks, it's Dan Carter.
Oh, outstanding stuff. It was pretty to watch. Look at
Captain.
Jimmy Carter's clearance from
Please.
the ground.
Nothing.
Just gave that extra second. And then the pass to Jack in the spot. There was no defence on Jack. Jack looked like he might go the whole way.
Well, look at the distance that Rokothoko travelled. He created the extra man. Ndingani was drawn inside. That gave the space for Howlett. And then, of course, it went back right again. And Chris Jack, acres of space, really. Acres of space. Collins could have scored with momentum. Carter did.
Well, it's a team try. An absolute cracker. Look at that. Keeping his feet long enough to clear to Collins, who was in support. That's significant over the advantage line.
And great presence of mind by Jerry Collins too. He was aware that he probably could have had a go himself, but opted to make the safe play, which was the offload, and the try scored and converted by Carter.
Well, Murray, how much does that ding aside? You talk about the Springboks coming to play today. First opportunity, really, the All Blacks to spin the ball wide. They cut them open, first on the left and then down the middle.
Yes, the composure of Collins. I mean, very rarely does this man get rattled. Neither does Carter, by the way. But you're absolutely right, Smithy. 2 occasions they've had a go. They've broken the line both times, and that time it resulted in a try which has silenced the crowd.
10-6, the All Blacks lead with the first try of the game. Sivi Vatu with the ball, and really looks in very good form at the moment after coming back from injury. So'oialo and Carter.
No.
Long, high kick, and going back, taking it nicely in the end, Pedri Vandenberg. Now flings a huge pass into centre field, and Pretorius. That's another poor kick from Pretorius. Easy for Major. Rodney So'oialo decides to go back the other way. Intercept by Habana. The burglar's back. Read it like a book.
And he did indeed. I was sitting in the line of his aim, and he saw that pass coming from So'oialo. So'oialo just hesitated a second. He was going to take it up, then he thought, I'll move it. I've got 3 defenders. The key was the Springbok defence. There were 3 men on So'oialo, so he had to throw, and Habana, he knew.
Well, it was interesting, wasn't it? Major had the opportunity to kick first of all, but he chose to give it to So'oialo. I think he was just trying to create a bit of space so he could get it back quickly, but So'oialo, he delayed the pass, and it was he that felt the guilty one, and hands went straight to head as he knew he couldn't drag Habana back. So a mistake there at the back by the All Blacks. Big one.
And very good defence by South Africa, who have been working on it all week. That is true defence when 3 guys come up flat.
That's Brian Habana's 16th test try, and so many of them have come like this. Yes, hasn't scored one for a fair old while. But boy, that'll get the confidence back, and he is a confidence player. So the All Blacks guilty of playing rugby deep inside their own territory. Carter with the restart, and the Boks lead by 13-10. Here's Victor Matfield, who
Hands away now, hands
really
away.
hasn't done much
That's good.
apart from winning line-outs and
Up to get, gentlemen, up to
make
get,
the odd late
gentlemen.
tackle in this
Up
test
to
series
get.
so far. But signs there, but maybe wants to run with the ball.
No, be quiet. I can't see anything. Be quiet.
John Smith having a go at the referee about
Treatment,
why
please.
Osterant is down at the moment. Boy, the big fella doesn't look too good, does he? Looks like he's got a bad cut in the back of his head.
Good.
It takes more than that to keep Osterant
injury.
down.
So we'll go to the bench, the Springboks, they have to. So Lawrence Tefaka and jersey 17 making his way around.
Look and see what happens here. There's Durant's head.
Can we just establish where's your new player?
Well, I don't see much wrong with that.
Carl Heyman was the player
Are you coming in or not?
in 3 close to him. Here is Lawrence Tefaka.
Gentlemen, can we just come with a touch, please? Yes, stay here. Black,
Just
stay
a
here.
temporary loss. Hall with the line-out throw. They've been going to Williams and McCaw so far. This time they go to Jack.
That's over here.
And it
lads.
wasn't straight.
That's over here. What would you like?
Not straight, and of course the crowd think it's the pressure from the Springboks at line-out time that caused that. There's a very knowledgeable crowd always in South Africa about rugby. And there's no doubt about it, it was on his outside arm even.
Hold, gentlemen, hold. Hang on. Have a look, Eric.
Hall having the right distance and
Tracks and
speed,
hold.
but not the accuracy on that
Hang on, lads, we're not
occasion.
there. We've got
You
one
watch
side up.
the line-out, the speed to the scrum though, Murray.
We've got one
Pick
side
guys
up.
up all the
Just
time
wait
for
for it.
throwing and cricket
Correction
to
hold.
line-out, just to see where this
Correction
ball
hold.
goes into the scrum.
Engage. Okay, let's go.
Well
Stay
spoken,
on, scrum
Tony.
out, stay
Straight
on.
to the second row.
Knock on
Good
at the
scrum,
back,
New
number
Zealand
8.
though. Pressure
Scrum
on the
down here,
Springbok
black
scrum.
ball,
They're
knock
going
on.
back.
Oh, brilliant.
Made
Straight,
it very hard to clear the ball. See, that is a good turnaround. Nobody's jumping and clapping to that one.
Watching here, please, Eric. Watching.
Well, it's probably fair enough too, because I say he's just putting
Hang
the
on,
ball in
John.
straight
Hang
under
on.
the hooker's feet. I'm not saying that Jimmy
Let's get a
Cowan
second
won't do
row.
exactly the
Correction
same
hold.
thing now, but here's a chance.
Not enough space there. Let's
As a
come down,
result-
gentlemen. Correction hold.
As a result of the pressure from the scrum,
Far side. Fine. Thank you. Thank you.
just watching Heyman here on Lawrence Tepaka, and he
Let's make
really
sure
does
we
look
are
like he's
binding.
giving him a
Make sure we are
horrible
binding.
time.
Listen, make sure we are binding. Thank you, Eric.
Safaka turning around there.
Correction
Yeah.
hold,
You'll be
gentlemen.
having
Correction
nightmares
hold.
tonight. if he
Engage.
has to
Turning around and
stay
looking
with
at Pierce Spiess and saying, give me some help. Number 6.
Stay here, boys.
it. Oh, no.
Yeah, All Black scrum looking good with Osterant not there. Here's Rokethoko into the line, looking to get the fin going. Oh, flips a lovely pass away to Howlett. Doug Howlett stepping. Victorious
Green.
getting in
Let
his
go,
way,
Green.
making the stop.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now Carter again, they swing it wide. Heyman and unloads it to Tony Woodcock. Here's Ali Williams down the flank, smashing into Dupria,
Oh, he did well,
No,
Williams.
Green, leave it, Green.
coming away
So
with
he's
it.
there. He's there. He's offside.
Cowan,
Number
and
11.
he's got the arm out.
Number 11 is offside
Well,
there.
no advantage at
First
all.
man was okay.
All Blacks had a
Let go,
huge
Thomas.
advantage
Let go,
away to the
please.
left.
It's all over. It's all over. Let go.
Impressed with Jimmy
well done.
Cowan's clearance of the ball
Number
to
11,
date,
you were offside
Tony.
there. Number one.
This is his
Okay.
first real big test, isn't it? Starting against this sort of opposition
Both-
away from home, and he's done really well. Held that time by the hand.
John Smith, the guilty party there. But what Jake White would do to have a bunch of tight forwards
Thank
who
you.
are on the end of that chain with ball skills and patience like displayed there by the two props and Ali Williams.
And Ali Williams also running hard into his player, but keeping in field so he wasn't pushed into touch, forcing a line out to South Africa. And this is the result, of course, a very achievable penalty. I was about to say it easy, but it's not easy. But for a guy like Carter, he makes him look easy, but it's actually quite a difficult kick.
Well, this one here, it's about 4.5 metres in from the left wing touch. Carter's scored all New Zealand's points so far. And looking to draw it back, but can't quite do so. So that's his first miss for the afternoon. And the Springboks stay in front by 13-10. Now, Havana.
There's a different ball being used there. It's a different ball. You take it properly, please. That
Well,
ball's
New
come from
Zealand
over
winning
there.
the battle
No
of-
advantage gained.
Possession at this stage and territory. 54%
Okay,
possession,
thank you.
60 territory.
So Pretorius with the restart. Once again, Aaron Major fields the kick and then lobs it off to Jerry Collins. Going to run straight and hard at AJ Fenter.
Release Green, back
Picked the
foot.
toughest dude in the opposition to run into, but he's got the ball back. A little hesitation here, but Muliaina going in high was Havana.
Oh, but he tackled him well. Stopped him clearing it.
Back foot.
Cowan, he's clearing the ball nicely, as Murray said. Now they go into centre field. McCaw, he's wrapped up.
Green, that's good.
Muller making the tackle. Carter, but they're looking to move it. Not deterred by that intercept. Tony Woodcock smashed to the ground by Smith. Onnenberg going in straight offside. That is really dumb play.
Leave it, you've got
Well,
leave it.
dumb play to finish with, but very, very effective defence, Tony. They're getting up, they're rushing, they're hitting the man, taking him ball and all, forcing
Number 8.
loose passes. I mean, you've got to say that this defensive pattern of theirs is much stronger than it was last week in Loftus.
I'll have a word with him.
So they've answered the call in that area.
Well, they were defending well, as you say, Murray, but then watch what happens here. John Smith all over Tony Woodcock. And look at, he's just stepping right in front of the All Black player.
Oh, he came over. I mean, he's entitled to come over the top, though, if he keeps his feet.
Well, Chris White didn't think so. And now the All Blacks have got a penalty and a line out just inside the 22.
Yes, I guess the angles on television are hard to determine, aren't they? Misleading.
Let him down, no arms.
Obviously a local school or team.
They don't look all that happy at the moment. Their team's leading. Here's supporting the Springboks. Now the All Blacks looking to drive off. Ali Williams claiming the line out.
Which is what they need, I think. A good drive. Clean ball in the line out.
Collins has got it. And
accidentally offside. You can see. No, you can see what's happening.
McCaw not happy.
I'm not happy either. I thought that was a very, very good drive.
Accidentally offside.
Separated by the box, but they still kept the arrowhead going forward.
Are you okay?
It's a tough call.
Well, Durant is still off the field.
Excuse me.
Look at Matfield and Williams having another go.
Oh,
Now where's this accidental offside? We must have missed it.
Well, Oz has just come out of the tunnel, and it might be a good time to get him back if they can. This is a very big defensive scrum for South Africa. At 11 minutes out from half-time.
Yeah, so one of the Springboks has gone down with an injury, and so Oz will get time
Both cap,
to trundle back out onto the field.
it's a shame. I'd rather
Number
see another
17,
scrum
Ray,
with
please change. Number
Sapaka
17,
getting dealt to.
I'm sure Carl Heyman would have too. So, little cameo, not a very enjoyable time for Lawrence Sapaka.
Well,
hang on, boys.
you learn by things like that.
Engage. Okay.
And here's Dupria.
Far side, lads. Let's have a look. I'm coming far side. I'm coming far side, gentlemen. Eric, both sides.
It's just a word there to Eric Darriere, the
Get
French
flat,
touch
straight.
judge, who seems like a fairly
Hang on, lads.
laissez-faire sort of a fellow.
Crouch and hold.
Doesn't like to get involved
Engage.
too much.
Okay. No. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. No. It's nothing. No. It's no
The scrum moving
Make
around.
sure we're straight.
Well, this is a titanic battle in the front row. Oz Durant,
Hang on,
Carl
gentlemen.
Heyman,
Seconds in. Crouch
probably
and
the
hold.
best couple of
Engage.
opponents
Okay,
in
let's
the
go.
world, I think.
PJ Borta on the tight head side.
Free kick. You've gone round the outside there.
He's got them for illegally
It's
wheeling the
not square
scrum.
and stationary, gentlemen. That is not square and stationary. You've gone the outside. He's going straight.
Only a free kick. So Pretorius will look for the touchline. The All Blacks should get the throw here. That's if the ball goes out.
Well, he's done that all right. Beautifully kicked.
It's a free kick, Louis.
Yes, the ball flies easily if it's well hit in this sort of altitude.
Numbers, please.
So
Numbers. 5.
certainly no stability
Green
in
hold.
that scrum, which is what
No
the penalty
penalties.
was
Green
for.
hold. Stay there.
9 minutes to play in the first half, and it's the Springboks leading 13-10. All with the throw, and Chris Jack. So they're really mixing it up today. Now Carter, a little inside pass
Away
to
green now.
Sivivatu.
That's good. It's gone back. It's okay.
Ooh,
It's out.
recovered by South Africa. I
No,
think.
it's not. He's done it, lads.
I
He's
think
done
that's
it.
a
He's done
turnover.
Yeah,
it.
they've got it, and they've got numbers too. Oh, but Matfield kicks. Well, he had Ndungane unmarked outside him.
But interestingly enough, the crowd didn't applaud. Now, a couple of years ago in South Africa,
Who's ball? Blacks.
if a South African player, doesn't matter who it is, had towed the ball ahead and had bounced and touched, they would have applauded a good kick.
How many?
So the psyche has changed. The appreciation of the utilisation of ball,
Well,
possession.
it's quicker than the players have obviously grasped hold of it, that's for sure. I mean, that's just a great turnover, a very rare turnover. You've got numbers out to the right and you kick it straight back to the All Blacks.
Now McCaw beaten to the jump though. And great work from Spieth towards the back. Here's De Villiers.
Away tackle.
So the
let go.
Springboks just having some confidence restored here this afternoon. Big long pass out to Borta in centre field.
He's done it, lads. He's done it. Let's go.
And Tony
Now
Woodcock's
let go,
got in
boys.
there.
Now let's
And
leave it. Four,
there's
leave
the
alone.
ball.
4, leave alone. 4, leave alone. Leave it.
Well, Dupree, no
Push
one
it away.
buying that dummy.
Hands away
No.
now. Hands away.
Exaggerated swing to pass back.
Stay
Pretorius
there,
looks like he
far
might
side
be thinking about a drop kick here.
No,
He's
he's not.
dropped
He's
right
man
back
in
into the
front.
pocket.
No, he's fine.
Oh, great work from
Down
McCaw.
on the floor. 1, 2, 3 on the floor. He's on his feet.
Well,
1, 2,
very
3
accurate
gone to ground.
explanation
No
by the
one's-
referee.
No, get off. Get away.
They're still not letting go of the
Let
ball.
go.
See, 1, 2, 3 on the ground, and one New Zealander on his feet trying to rip the ball free. So that's what the penalty's for. It's a good penalty, actually, when you see those sorts of explanations, but so often it's difficult to judge which team should be getting the penalty.
But again, further domination at the breakdown by the All Blacks, and Smithy, that trio is working superbly. That's another belting kick.
Well, Ruckenmore turnovers are at 3-1. So it's still a good lead by New Zealand, but South Africa winning their one just a few minutes ago.
Well, let's just go back to the decision making by Matfield. Okay, South Africa stole a line out off New Zealand, but just common sense rugby, and that's what Jake White was imploring that they do for 80 minutes. Don't go off the boil, don't do stupid things.
No, that's fine.
Well, the All Blacks, sorry Smithy, All Blacks just hope to come and move in late to the line out and make the throw, but they weren't able to do that, so they go to Ali Williams.
Oh, and it was well done too. Oh, Springboks didn't know where that ball was going. The way they compete,
advantage,
they've got to know where the ball was going, and they had no idea.
Leave him.
Well, he's got the arm out here, so the All Blacks can have a real crack here now. Carter firing it out to centre field. Muliaina
getting 3 men tackled cleanly.
Back we come. Collapsing. Hang on.
New Zealand with an opportunity to square the tables.
Hang on. I'm not there yet. Eric, here.
But I'm encouraged by the New Zealand line-out, Tony. A big area last week of concern for New Zealand.
4, collapsing.
Well, Smithy, it looks like they're really just trying to keep it, mainly keep it simple, don't they?
Well, they've been, that's what people have been asking them to do, Tony, isn't it? That's what people, so-called experts, have just been saying. Just play the percentages and get your own ball successfully in the areas you know you can win it. And the player penalised there, Johan Muller, for dragging that down, and you quite clearly see him pulling that maul down. So opting not to go for the posts.
Yeah, big throw of the dice here for the All Blacks. Well, they scored soon before half-time last week, and it turned out to be a real heartbreaker for the Box. It was a penalty from 62 metres. I wonder if they'll go to Williams again, because he's been pretty solid in the middle of the line-out. But no, they go to the back, and it's knocked down on the Box side. Dupree looking to scamper out with it. Could get into trouble here.
Oh, yes.
Driven back into the end goal.
McCaw and Carter.
Oh, brilliant defence.
Well, Springboks read that mail, Murray. Matfield down the back, clearly superior to the All Black jumpers.
Oh no, Matfield read that one. The time before, they didn't know where it was going. The trouble is, I don't think that line-outs are a simple thing. And most of the people saying they're simple were never line-out forwards.
How's that from Dan Carter? McCaw came in to help him, but Carter already had him over the goal line. Now they go to the blind side. So'oialo, close. Pops it back to Collins.
Away Green, let go.
Just a metre short.
Let go, Green, back foot.
Now picked up by Andrew Hoare.
And it's that sort of area.
It's his
out of his
turf.
way, boys, out of his way, that's good.
Well, good defence.
Now let go, Green.
All Blacks still hammering.
Okay, boys, leave it.
Keep hammering until they sense they've got something on out wide. And
taken in, held up.
Oh, turnover. That's an effective turnover. South Africa, great defence.
Offside, then it's
New Zealand having a little pop over the top, and the ball was ripped or held up by South Africa.
Well, you can only think there, Murray, that Ali Williams thought he could go over the top and score, but he was probably a couple of metres short of doing that.
time on. Have a look, make sure we don't go there.
As soon as he went over the top, the South African forward started yelling, he's up, he's up.
there's an injury here. I think Matfield's gone down.
Well, of course, trying to go at the top, you've got to have clear air, because the moment you leave your feet, you've got no power. The moment you dive, you've got no power, just wait. And then you're held up and isolated, and that's what happened. Well, New Zealand putting the heat on. They need to come back now.
Running out of time in the first half to do it.
Gabby, can you hear me?
Matfield just
Gabby Papas, can you hear me?
taking a bit of a blow on the shoulder there.
Time the clock is correct, yes?
So,
Hang on,
5 metre scrum. The All Blacks will be trying to put big pressure on the Springboks here. Let's see how it goes.
Well, they were penalised last time, looking to try and wheel it around. Munenberg's picked it up off the back and showing good strength too.
Yeah, he did well.
And back it goes, and then goal to Pretorius. And that kick's just gone right down the middle to Doug Howlett. Off he goes. Well, Rokithoko came in field, and so he lost contact with him there. But they've got it. Hoare away to Sivivatu, and Carter just looking a little disorganised. So Jerry Collins busts up the middle. Collins. Boy, shades of Ian Kirkpatrick there.
No, that's not.
Oh, once again, the All Blacks have got it. Chris Jack.
Just about.
Let go, no.
Oh,
Your feet.
I'll have another crack. Hort!
Hang on.
Well, he's got it down.
Ooh, how
Let's
can
have
you
a
not
look to
allow
make sure.
that?
Have a look, please. Hugh, make sure the ball was grounded and there was no obstruction in front of the player, please.
Silence has erupted here. I think the crowd think it's a try.
Hugh, did you hear the
Well,
call?
it is.
Make sure there was no obstruction in goal, please.
Oh, hang on.
Okay, no problem, Chris.
No, it's how can you obstruct in goal?
Well, he's saying that there's another
Just
player
checking.
involved, shielding away a tackler as Hall went inside.
Well, let's just see where.
So-
No, yeah, Soyalo maybe.
Yeah, that's the one he's looking at.
Yeah.
Suialu taking out de Villiers.
Well, he's bound there. He's bound there. And Hall's already over the line. Well, who knows? That was a maul.
It'd be pretty tough to not to award that try, especially when he planted it so emphatically.
It's nothing to do with Hall. It's all about Suialu's
Yeah.
role in that.
And whether or not he was bound to the maul. Here it is. Oh, did it take place in the field of play? They want another replay.
Well,
He has no jurisdiction outside that white line. Once it's over that white line, I guess you could say he's involved.
well, I mean, most of the... Well, I see, I think that Hawes ripped it free, but I suppose that he's saying,
Chris,
did
yep.
Soyalo stop the
I
Villiers
have a
getting at the
decision
ball?
for you. There is obstruction by 8 black.
Number 8, black. Obstruction in front of the player. Penalty, no try. And in goal. Thank you, Hugh.
Well, there's got to be two issues there. One is was he part of a maul when he had a hold of de Villiers? And if so, was he not within his rights to wrestle him out of the way? The other thing, was it in the field of play? But the TMO has decided that cleared the path. Well,
Numbers,
that one
please.
can be debated. I don't know whether we
6.
look through the finer points of the law book at the
Hang on.
moment, but it's a let-off for the
6.
box.
Well, it was still a great counter-attack by Howlett that started it all.
Well, I just wonder how important that might end up being in the context of this match. I'll tell you that it's been a year for weird decisions by the TMOs in South Africa
Number
for
2, come
sure.
away. Number 2, come away. That's accidentally offside again. There's nobody in front of you. You've run into the other player. Scrum down, black. Accidentally offside.
Well,
Hang on, boys. Can we get here, please?
I
Come
guess
up.
if
Hang
the
on, gentlemen.
referee is looking
Right
hard
now.
enough, he can find a
Engage.
reason in a lot of these
No,
mauls
no. No, gentlemen. Let's
penalised
get the height. Let's
for
get the height
obstruction,
right there.
and that was exactly the same or similar.
Okay, lads.
to the
let's get
last
the
penalty,
height,
really.
please.
It just
Come
always
a
had
little
that
bit
feel
closer.
about it that it wasn't going to go the All
Have a
Blacks
look at
way,
this
Murray. I don't know
Both
why.
sides,
Yeah,
both
well,
sides.
Is that, but
Hold. Engage. Okay.
find a reason
Hang on,
not to
lads.
award
No,
a try,
no.
though.
Well, maybe Mr. White is watching Soyalo, and
Let's make
that's
sure that our
why
blind
he
is going up for
so
both of you,
quickly
that we're
called
not coming
for
down there.
a
Control
perspective
blind
from
is
the
up.
TMO.
Let's be careful, gentlemen.
Well, if there's doubt, right to go
Hang
upstairs,
on, gentlemen.
for
Let's
sure.
get
We
flat.
always say that.
Crouch and hold. Engage. Okay.
And then it goes.
There's no bind there. You've pulled him in there. That's not a bind. Penalty against.
And Jimmy Cowan takes it
Okay,
quickly
Jimmy.
and sets off downfield. Now he links up with Major. On it goes to Muliaina. Just a
Go,
shimmy
Tucker,
past
get out of the way. He's done it.
Havana.
He's done it.
And Cowan having a little go too. They're certainly making breaks up the
Away,
middle of the
hands
field, the
off.
All Blacks.
That's
Williams,
out, boys. That's out.
away it goes to Sidoveni. Little goose step and then runs into a couple of solid customers. Ripped away from him by Chris Jack, and he offloads nicely to Jerry Collins. Four is there. And he sees off
Away,
Osterrand
tackle now. Get away now. Let
fairly
go.
easily.
He's done it.
Coming for Cowan. Now the backs are set. Major just behind the rest, so he looks to jink through.
Away, tackler. Hands away there. Let go, Green. He's done it.
Now they switch to the other side, and Carter popping it out to Chris Jack and offloading it nicely, or just got touched by a Springbok, I think. And
Move,
Jimmy
tackle,
Cowan,
move.
who's having a good game here.
Yes.
And now they get a penalty.
Player there has gone straight off his feet.
Cowan is breaking the advantage
player
line
has gone
every
straight
single
to
time
ground.
he has a ping. He breaks through, and that's what they
Number
want.
7.
And then it's New Zealand going forward.
Well, I think it was AJ Fenter, first test match in 18 months for AJ. We'll just have a look and see whether it was him.
Can we give me
There
the
he
time,
is.
please?
Again going in an offside position. The 33-year-old.
40
Well,
seconds.
trying to slow it
Both
down,
ways,
kill the
lads.
ball,
Number
and then
7.
he knows about that.
Yeah.
There he is. Didn't come down in the last shower, this fellow.
And obviously Mr. White didn't either, because that's what the penalty's for.
But just while Carter's lining up the shot at goal, hi to everyone back in New Zealand, particularly all the dads. Father's Day. Steve Hansen asked me to say hello to who's trio, Jesse, Jonty and Ollie. And hi to everyone in Australia watching too on Fox Sports. Carter with another attempt to level the scores. Nice and high again, and over it goes. So the scores are level at 13 apiece, and that's half time here at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium.
It's been a very eventful first half. Well, the Springboks came to play, and they have. But not only have they played and moved the ball reasonably effectively, but their defensive line has been fantastic. New Zealand, on the other part, well, they've been strong. They've been much better in line-outs. Their scrum has been reasonably good, and they've broken the line. They've broken the line several occasions, scoring an excellent try. But going into the half, very square, I'd say, this game.
Well, Brian Habana has a try for the Springboks, and Andre Pretorius has added the extras. Dan Carter has scored all of New Zealand's points, and at half-time, Royal Bafokeng Stadium at South Africa and New Zealand locked it 13 all.
With 245 kilowatts and all-wheel drive, the new Ford Territory Turbo. Eat sports cars for breakfast. For more information, SMS Turbo to 194.
Most would agree, bigger returns from your investment portfolio require higher risk. To illustrate, if this was your investment, you'd expect to take a risk relative to your eventual return. However, using its investment banking expertise, Macquarie has created a range of innovative new investment products that, for the same level of risk, can deliver a bigger return. Talk to your financial advisor or ask Macquarie how to get bigger returns from your portfolio without added risk.
Macquarie. Forward thinking.
New Zealand. Show me one good thing about it and I'll support the All Blacks. Okay, sure, the exchange rate makes shopping as cheap as chups, but that just means you buy more. And they say the Kiwis are a really friendly bunch. But I haven't noticed. Now, if you ask me, the best thing about New Zealand is the flight home.
Your hat and scarf, sir.
So half-time at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium, just out of Rustenburg in northwestern South Africa, and on a fantastic day for rugby. We've seen just one try each as the All Blacks and the Springboks are locked at 13 all. Dan Carter has scored all the points for the All Blacks, and with Jimmy Cowan clearing the ball like this, the All Blacks have had the platform to attack, and this was good work from Jack and great presence of mind from Jerry Collins.
Yes, he had his back turned, Collins, so he wasn't sure what was going on. He could see his support, so he gathered in and flicked it on.
Brilliant pass from Carter, wasn't it, Murray?
The way Jack runs back against the flow too, I mean, it's an example to any young backs watching the game, and yet it's a lock forward doing it. But Carter grounding the ball beautifully.
Well, the All Blacks just maybe playing a bit too much rugby inside their own half here, and Brian Habana, the intercept king. Not often he scores a try that isn't an intercept, and he read this one beautifully.
Yes, well, Rodney Soialo was looking to play like he does, which of course is the most fantastic thing about this New Zealand team. They look to play in any situation in the field. Now and again it comes unstuck. That time it did.
Other opportunities that the Springboks have had to attack really have been spoiled, either by injudicious kicking.
Here's a great break by Collins.
And it got them very close to the goal line here, and this is where the TMO came in. Now, for a start, there should have been a penalty there against Furi de Pria.
The ball is secure.
And the TMO ruled that, you see Rodney Soialo there, not bound, and had wrestled a potential tackler out of the way. So that's why that decision was made in favour of the Springboks, and the try by Andrew Hall was disallowed. Dan Carter kicked a penalty, and so that made it 13-all.
Well, interesting looking at the New Zealand side of the ledger. 68% territory, 61% possession, so they've dominated the game in that area. Even Rucks and Moores, I see 41-19. Ruck and Moore turnovers of South Africa being much more competitive this game, 3-2 only to New Zealand. And I look at lineouts, New Zealand have won 7, South Africa 3, but more importantly, South Africa have won just the 2 against the throw, so that's a big improvement. 14 penalties in this first half, Tony, that's a lot of penalties.
Yes, and it's actually favouring New Zealand 9-5, the penalty count. So at half-time, all tied up, 40 minutes to play for the All Blacks in this Phillips Tri-Nations for 2006, looking for their 16th straight win, but at the moment they're locked up at 13-all with the Springboks. Well, the team's still not out on the field at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium, so let's get the thoughts of one of the non-playing members of the All Black side. Kevin Mialamu is with Ian Smith.
Thanks very much, Tony. Yes, I'm very rare to get Kevin into my laboratory here. What we're first of all going to do, Tony, is talk about the non-try decision, because a number of the All Black reserves and those sitting on the bench are baffling. So, Kevin, take us through that. The issue seems to be, is Rodney and the player concerned bound?
Well, if we look at it at the moment, De Villiers is the tackler, and he's over the ball at the moment. So, I mean, he's still attached at the moment, so I think Rodney's pretty much still got the right to blow him out. And I suppose we're not the one on the hot seat having to make that decision, but for me, it's a try.
There's a different angle there. So you're saying the right hand of the tackler, De Villiers, is still attached to the ball carrier, so he's within his rights to drag him away.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Even though he's looking up at the referee, he's still attached. He's still got a hand in there, so. From my point of view, that's a try, but we're not the ones on the hot seat having to make the decision.
Overall, Kev, what did you make of the first 40 minutes? Obviously, the Springboks are always going to be competitive.
I think we're just having to hold on, just making sure we show a bit of composure, and I think maybe if we can put a few more phases together, we're going to be all right. Make sure we get these Springbok forwards running around.
We're having trouble with the sound in the background. It's the PA, it's not us, folks. Kev, it's Father's Day back in New Zealand. Got a message for your kids watching, maybe?
Yep, just hi to Samuel and Wire, and we'll see you on Tuesday, and maybe we can celebrate Father's Day then.
Good on you, mate. Thanks for joining us. Tony, back to you upstairs, but we believe now we've got the official word. We believe in All Black try.
Yeah, that was the question I wondered about, Smithy. Was he bound? And, the debate will go on. The fact of the matter was that the try was not allowed. The scores are still level, but the All Blacks might well have been in front. Good to get the opinion there of Kevin Mialamu, being a player, of course. He'll know all of the laws.
But I think he's got a very valid point, hasn't he? The way we showed from the end-on view where Soialo correctly drove over the top and took out the player that was binding. Now, that's totally legitimate.
Yeah. Oh, well. Let's just see what the score is at the end of the game and how much impact it might have. The Springboks are going to kick off in the second half. Can't see any sign of changes, Smithy.
No, not to my knowledge. Just for re-emphasising the fact that Big Oz around his back. If I had a bit more time, I was going to ask Kevin about the influence of him in the scrum. It was quite clear that Safaka was a weak link when he came on, so we'll just keep an eye on that.
Well, the thing is, Austerant, can he last 80 minutes?
Well, he lasted 78 last week and did it very well, I thought.
Didn't always manage to go the distance.
1 second.
The scrum was where he was applying the pressure, you know.
Stay back.
Second half about to start. Chris White blows the whistle. Andre Pretorius putting the ball very high, and Richie McCaw comes in, says that's mine, thanks very much, and off he goes, McCaw. Well, they targeted him last week, but as McCaw just tends to do, he goes, yep, I'm up to it. I'll come forward, I'll claim it. And that's just a sign of what a competitive player he is. It's another fine kick from Daniel Carter, but McCaw will never shy away from any sort of challenge.
No, wonderful man to have as a leader, Tony.
Numbers.
No doubt about it.
Well, looks like there is a change
6.
being made to the Springboks.
We understand that Brayton Pulsar will be on very shortly. Can I just say, Tony, the breeze is gone. Nothing there at all now.
So the All Blacks had the only advantage either team's going to get from the elements today. And it goes. And Ryan Muller takes it down. Springboks trying to drive it away.
No, not yet.
Now they break away.
No, number 6. Come away, number 1. Advantage. You're in the side there.
Got the All Blacks are going in the side. I think Tony Woodcock.
Hang on, wait. Come back. No, over here. Number 1, offside. We're over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's right, actually. Woodcock was standing behind the ruck and more, and he drove in to where he thought the ball was.
Well, certainly both sides are being penalised heavily in that Maul situation. He's done a couple of times for collapsing, a couple of times coming in the side.
Well, he's having a major impact on the match, I think, the referee.
Tell you what, he's had a major impact on AJ Fenter there too, Tony Woodcock.
Numbers?
Glancing blow off.
5, 1 out. Receiver. Who's the receiver?
The usual debate about who's doing what at the line-out. John Smith, whose family comes from just near here. Down the back they go, and for once the Springboks aren't able to take it. Although he's
release now, Black.
Ruled no knock on there.
Let's go.
Dupria having a little snipe on the short side. No way through for him, but he's offloaded nicely to John Smith.
Release Black.
So the Springboks go onto the attack. Dupria emerges with it. Pretorius trying to pop it up to AJ Fenter, does so. Hall's got in there and trying to rip the ball off him, but he can't. To the short side, and Speetsy's a big, powerful man.
Release Black. Hold.
Dupria. Now Pretorius running it hard at the line. Scythe down in the tackle. Brilliant tackle made by So'oialo.
Advantage Green.
And the All Blacks have knocked the ball on here.
Still playing advantage.
So he's playing advantage. De Villiers puts the little chip through. And So'oialo equal to it. We'll come back for the knock on.
Well, McCaw almost taking a turnover, just knocking it forward. But great tackle here. Have a look at this. Rodney So'oialo, ball and all. Up it went. McCaw through just about.
Let's just wait.
Not quite.
Until we have a ball. Let us wait until we have a ball.
Well, Rodney So'oialo has done some very good things in this game. One of them wasn't throwing that intercept pass.
Engage. Okay.
Banner would have loved it, but otherwise playing really well.
Stay on number 7.
Now Vandenberg off the back to Dupria again, having a run at the defence, hanging on to it. Now McCaw makes the tackle. Just 10 metres from the line. Matfield, that's sloppy play. Although he's got the All Blacks there for a knock on, I think. Ali Williams is away.
We'll tell you.
Ali Williams was gone for all money. And let's just see where this knock on has been rolled. If it's All Black ball,
I think it's a tough call.
No, it's Rodney So'oialo's right hand, I think you'll find. And I think he's got it exactly right. You just look here, bang, knocks it down.
Far side, please. Hang on,
apologies to Victor Matfield. We said it was sloppy play. In fact, it was an All Black hand on it. So the box. Ali Williams has finally rejoined them. He was down the other end of the field.
Wait, hold, engage. No.
Well, he was in support.
He's never there, lads. He's never there. Can we get into that Craig's position, please? Yeah, I want you down. We did say, and you were the only one.
Still 13 all. 3 minutes gone, second half.
And engage. Okay, let's go.
Yes, very even.
Now Fenter's packing down in the back of the scrum. Flops a
play it, lads. Play it. Play on.
Funny old pass and field, but again, not ruled to have gone forward. So the Boks still have it. Now they go open side. Pretorius with the drop kick. Charged by the All Blacks. Could be dangerous. Picked up by Pretorius. But the All Blacks have got the turnover.
He's done it. No, let go Green.
So'oialo's recovered it.
No, you.
Well, that was one of those situations. Could have gone either way. Knocked away. Miles offside Habana.
And he had so much space too. There was so much space out there.
You're offside.
That's a...
Don't get involved. Number 11's offside.
classic example of Richie McCaw and his brilliance at first of all the tackle, then to his feet and securing the turnover.
Well, that was one of those things, Smithy, that could have gone either way a couple of times. At the end, the All Blacks come back. Habana looking to poach another try.
Well, professional foul too, because if that pass had got wide, there was nobody but at the goal line, way down the other end of the field. Two New Zealand players.
Yeah. Hard to give a penalty try from somewhere inside your own 22. There's Brayton Paulser. But take your point, Murray, that they had men unmarked.
Green, hold your gap.
One of them was Rokafoko.
Richie McCaw took, you might have seen it, just copped an elbow in the throat there. Boy, that is dangerous. Slapped away by the Springboks. So they've got the ball from the line out, and a problem for the All Blacks as AJ Fenter carts it forward.
Black. They've gone.
Now they switch it to Habana. Puts the kick ahead and ricochets away into touch. And Jerry Collins is down for the All Blacks. Smithy.
Yep. Centre field, so a problem there for the All Black trio. But this, I think, this kick comes straight off the face of Joe Rokafoko.
Okay, we'll wait. Eric, hold the ball.
Oh, the old Falcon.
So just a good period of play for the Springboks. You get the feeling that they've got to convert. They've got to turn this territory and all this pressure into some sort of advantage on the scoreboard. Because it's the old mental thing, Murray, isn't it? If you haven't beaten a side for a long time, you begin to wonder whether you're going to again.
Well, and it's also the other way too, Smithy, where the team that has a habit of winning, they have the confidence, the composure often to keep the pressure on until they do score the tries, the belief that they're going to win. And that's, I think, is one of the strengths of this All Black side. They are in that groove.
Well, 5 minutes have come and gone in the second half.
Blacks, here we are. Eric. The front. 6, good.
Here's John Smith. Midway 22 and halfway for the box. Down towards the back and stretching across AJ Fenter. They've got so many line-out options and their line-out drive's been pretty good. This time the All Blacks looking to defend, but a good mighty shunt there from the Springboks.
With New Zealand committing more to the line-out now to stop the drive.
Stay back.
And pretty effective.
Springboks in danger of getting men ahead of the ball carrier there, but Vandenberg's got it. Now away they go, and Pretorius tries another drop kick. Oh, that's miles away. And he had players outside him, but just opting for another drop kick at goal, and you can see how far away he was with that.
Well, they're behind on territory, South Africa, quite significantly at half-time. And since he's been in that spot, he's had a go, hasn't he? He's looked to have a go. He wants to get points. They want to get a lead.
Well, here he is again, Andre Pretorius. He'll kick for sure. But Rodney So'oialo just opted to leave it. And it's gone into touch judge on the far side. Alan Lewis dropped his flag. He's put it up inside the 22 now. So here's a situation where the All Blacks will need to be secure on their own ball.
And by this stage in the game, the opposition have normally got an idea of where the throw is going. It's when it gets really competitive.
That cut is giving Orsteron trouble again.
But on the lineouts again, New Zealand have varied the throws. They've moved them around. Richie McCaw, Ali Williams, Chris Jack, and they've done quite well really, because they are certainly short on height in comparison to the back three that the Springboks have.
Often the problem does come in the second half though, Murray, when you get the feeling maybe the opposition side start picking the All Black calls or anticipating where the ball's going.
That's exactly right. I mean, last week South Africa looked like they had that sussed halfway through the first half. But this week, New Zealand, well, 7 line-outs, they've won, 4 on Williams.
6, gentlemen.
Well,
sorry.
There you go, just a little bit of decoration, bit of green tape. And the old Warhorse in his 69th test.
Stay there.
Goes back into the fray.
So will this go deep? No, must be short.
Well, So'oialo the target at the front, and it's just gone straight down. I think the Springboks have got this again. Well, the old problems are starting to emerge. And Spieth running up and cleared now. Habana into the line, cut down by Major, and all His supporting players had got ahead of him, so they had to double back into the breakdown, but they've got it. Big line up away to the left. Here's Matfield flipping the ball back and field to Spieth. Good work from the two Northern Transvaal players, or the Blue Bulls as they're known these days. Now Pretorius, intercepted by Chris Jack. Probably won't have the legs, but Sivivatu's with him. And Joe Rokithoko, in fact, popping up. Now he gets the ball away to Sivivatu. It's been spilt. Habana came in. Well, Chris Jack didn't have the legs.
He's got the legs, maybe not the speed.
He's pretty quick. It was Joe Rokithoko, not Sivivatu, who was with him.
Oh, beautifully done, Christopher Jack. One arm on the ball. Oh, shades of Colin Meads.
Well, Habana went looking for another intercept there as well, but Chris Jack, it might just take him a while to get his breath back. The air's pretty thin up here.
Well, Sivivatu, he got with him.
Blood.
Well, AJ Fender is the problem for South Africa, and his was the selection that Jake White hoped would spark the pack, and to a large degree I think he's had a very good game, Murray. He's been very instrumental in a lot of their line-out drives.
I think Wannenberg has also, Smithy. I mean, they've been much more effective than the trio last week for sure. They've made an impact on the game. They haven't really got an open side. Oh, he's got a bit of a...
Marty Holler on, a big moment for him. Must have wondered whether he's going to get a recall, so he's on in jersey 19.
Well, he's
time back on. Hang on, no
specialist open side. He'll need to get to the breakdown because he's nowhere near as physically endowed as the Springbok trio.
Now Cowan having a little snipe again. Carter moving on to it. The All Blacks have looked confident moving the ball, but they just haven't had so many opportunities. Cowan, and again the Springboks looking to rush up.
Let go, Green!
So it's still tied up at 13 all. We've had 9 minutes in the second half. Rokithoko swamped on the short side.
So 3 times they had a go on the short side, now it's going open.
Jerry Collins popping the ball back and field to Howlett. Almost thought about the offload.
Get out of the way,
Took
number
the
5.
tackle instead. All Blacks
No, he's not.
just showing patience here as
Come on,
So'oialo
Green.
makes another couple of metres. Ball driven back in the tackle. Now Cowan wheels away with it. Collins popping a beautiful ball to Carter. He's got Major with him. Still going, Dan Carter. Now they put him on the ground.
Go, Green, get away.
Oh, they've got a huge gap away to the right. Ali Williams. Well, the Springboks have managed to get numbers back. They can go either way, though, the All Blacks. Big pass away to Collins. Oh, intercepted by Ndungani. He won't go all the way. Cut down by Sivivatu.
Oh, he turned well, though.
Well, they've got the chance now, the Springboks. The All Blacks taking a long time to get back. Springbok passing just isn't good enough, though.
Let go now, Black.
Matfield caught by... Goodness, why was he calling let go? He was making a tackle, for goodness sake.
Leave it, lads.
Back it goes to John de Villiers. He settles it down with a kick to touch. That's extraordinary. Let him go. He's making a tackle.
Yeah, well, we didn't have comms on the referee earlier in the game. I think it was good. I couldn't hear him, but he's definitely doing a commentary at the moment. This was a great little intercept, but good tackle. Sivivatu from behind now. I thought Howlett was going to, Howlett was going to get the ball there, but he turned beautifully.
That's great.
Springboks have made the change, and it is Ndungani in 14 making way for Brayton Pulser in 22.
Green hole. Eric front. Stay in here, lads.
Now, a problem area that has to be tidied up for the All Blacks. They've got to secure their own ball at this point again.
5 move. Play it.
And didn't look especially straight, and some of the crowd think that too, but they've secured it.
Williams has done really well on the line-out time. He's got 5 now.
But they had to take the safe option at the front, which isn't the sort of ball the All Blacks really want to attack. Now Carter puts one high out towards the wing, and Sivivatu's across there, takes it and fires it back in field on Oak. Alan Lewis has the flag up. Well, the field's not as wide as most rugby fields, this one, because of the athletic track.
Look, please.
A bit less room to move in, and boy, touch and go. But
he was in touch.
Thank you. I'll find it.
Richie McCaw back for the All Blacks.
All in. 6.
Yep.
6, gentlemen.
Dr. Deb Robinson has done a quick patch-up job on the All Black captain.
Couple of stitches underneath the eye.
Quick worker. Got the staples out.
might be too close to the eye for the stable gun.
Yeah, easily picked off by Matfield.
Far side, Louis.
It certainly is a strong point of the Springbok game.
Stay there.
All Blacks holding firm. And now Dupria hangs one high. Sivivatu is underneath it. Pulsar after him. And Pulsar's got it. Richie McCaw all over him though. And another penalty.
First offence holding on, second offence still on your feet. Let's go.
And Jerry Collins has taken it. He wants to have another go from the tap, Jerry Collins. He did it last week. Now he's lost the ball. And here's a chance for the Springboks. He's got him for an accidental offside. Jerry Collins made a tremendous run from the tap.
Please be careful. He said as well, be careful.
Just look at the involvement here of the number 4, Johan Muller. He's the guy that's been pulled up for the Springboks.
Get there when you can.
Unlucky.
Can you stand up,
Yeah,
please,
although
lads?
Sulialo would have made the tackle had he not been there, so I think it was a fair decision.
Big throw of the dice this, Smithy.
Ruan Pienaar, yep, jersey 20.
Well, that gives them more strike power. Ball in hand, very good, this young man.
It's a Springbok feed because the first offence was a not forward
Careful, lads, careful, lads.
by Jerry
careful.
Collins.
Yeah, no, it hasn't gone. I know it. Front row has to go round.
So it's still the half-time score of 13-all, 12 minutes gone.
Okay, Louis,
Well,
fine that
if
side.
you recall,
Nice straight
last week,
from half here.
reasonably close at half-time.
Okay, it's okay, let's go.
And the All Blacks stretched away
Stay
about
on,
this
Benny,
point.
Stay there. Okay, let's go.
Now Dupria passing away to Pretorius, who kicks for the far side of the field, and nicely taken by Doug Howlett. He opts to kick as well, and that's not a great kick. Straight down the throat of Pretorius. Now he looks for some space on the far side of the ground. He's caught Sivivatu just a little bit out of position there. He was drifting across towards the far side where Howlett had been, and so that's a very good gain for Andre Pretorius.
How many?
Wants to pass away, and watch Richie McCaw.
4, receiver.
He's certainly the focus of attention over here, but respect for this man, rather than the whinging we get from across the Tasman.
Now knocked down again by the Springboks. The old horrors are starting to emerge again. They get 3 in the second half. Here's Wannenberg. Staying on his feet.
Now release Black.
Great show of strength there, untidy ball.
Stay on your feet now, boys. Let go, Black. No, don't go in there. No. That's out.
And again, untidy possession, but the Boks have it. Looking to move it wide. Olafia. And showing great strength and determination too.
That's fine. He's a tackler.
Good ball.
Now Pienaar. Away it goes to Pretorius. The All Blacks are left to defend here. Here's Spieth. This exciting young player. Pienaar going to the short side. Bolenberg.
Well, the big boys are a handful to stop this close to the line when they're running onto the ball. And so it proved it was an excellent try, South Africa. It really was. They moved the ball well. They broke the line and scored the try. The crowd is jubilant.
Once again, it came from a line-out turnover. John Smith claiming it at the front. Look for the injection here from Big Spieth.
Well, he took 3 players, including McCaw. That was the key. And that left the All Blacks thin on the short side.
Yeah, you know, if the Springboks could play with that kind of commitment and putting those 3 or 4 phases together all the time, they'd be the Springboks of old. And that is what Jake White has been imploring them to do. Consistency throughout the whole 80 minutes. That was a magnificent passage of play, and the commitment at breakdown time from key players knocking All Blacks out of the way was so instrumental after the line-out steal.
Well, Pretorius is about 2 metres in from the right wing touch, and if this goes over, what a huge boost of confidence it'll give the Springboks.
Well, a 7-point cushion, in fact.
18-13. Pretorius taking his time, and he's hooked it away to the left.
But even so, the crowd definitely buoyed by the try. It puts them ahead on the try tally too.
All Blacks have made a change at lock.
Yeah, Jason Eaton on for big Chris Jack, who looks pretty spent, I've got to say.
Well, the high felt, of course, 5,000 feet above sea level here.
So play restarts. Chris Jack is off, and he suffered from a bit of a virus early on in the week. He was bedridden, so I guess the stamina's not what it normally is. And there's another good kick, sending play back beyond halfway. As Jack goes to the bench, he does look pretty tired.
Well, even so, he's had a great game. He's been involved. Not so strong on the line-out. Today, Ali Williams taking more of the senior role.
But again, because of where the All Blacks are having to throw the ball, they're not getting that off the top ball that they love to attack, because from the line-out, the defensive backs have to be back 10 metres. The backs on the attacking side have just got so much more room to move in. And once again, all this time, So'oialo wades through the line out. He's got it away too to Richie McCaw. Tried to get the pass away to Williams.
Come away now, Black.
Couldn't connect with him though. And the Boks have it. AJ Fenter runs into Heyman.
They go Black.
And Pretorius putting the kick away now, and a good one too. And now every kick away into touch is being greeted with loud applause from these fans, I say, who have it so little to cheer about. It's a great run by McCaw.
And Tony, look at the tackler. Look at the tackler. Oz Durant. How did he get there?
Get quiet.
Well, he got there through just sheer determination.
Numbers, please.
Gets himself around for a huge man.
So where will this line out go? It's right in front of the commentary position.
Well, they've been lucky the last two that they've thrown. The last one, I should say. Let's go towards the back to Rodney So'oialo. Now Carter looking to pop the pass away, and he's got it away too to Aaron Major. They're still cutting them up, the All Blacks, but Brian Habana's made the tackle. Brayton Pulse is there, and so the All Blacks now turning over possession in different phases, and that's keeping the Springboks with their tails up. Here's John Smith making a big run into Sivivatu, gets back to his feet.
Back foot. That's it.
Well, the old fire is back. Ruan Pienaar struggling to hold him is Sivivatu.
That's good.
But they've got to head a steam up now, the Boks. They're going to be dangerous here. De Villiers, Fourie coming up from fullback. Great tackle made by McCaw.
Stand up, I can't see how big it's gone down. No,
well, the Boks are back.
Let's get someone there quicker.
Trifle lucky to get that put into the scrum, but certainly taking it to the two All Blacks. This Bok team now full of running, and the passes are sticking. John Smith, well, he takes the power of stopping that man.
Look at McCaw there.
It's a great tackle coming back on the angle, just nailing him, stopping the movement in his tracks.
Oh, please. There's no tight end.
It's a wonderful arena, as you can see.
Second rows.
The odd gap around this ground.
Still 21 to play, but the Springboks in front. And playing with confidence now, Habana. Another tackle made by Richie McCaw. Durant lays the ball back expertly. Now they look to get it wide again. Now here's Wynand Olafia. All Blacks desperately defending now and getting the turnover once again. And who's the man but Richie McCaw?
There's nobody with him. He's on his feet. There's no support.
Makes a tackle one side of the field, gets across to the other, makes a turnover.
We'll have a look at it in replay here. So Olafia having a bit of a ping through the hole. Beautiful tackle, up on his feet, going for the ball, as he's entitled to do, and the other guys are on the deck. And getting a little nudge as well.
Cops one around the mush from AJ Fenter. Now, rash of substitutions being made by the All Blacks, Smithy.
Yeah, Rico Gear on for Sivivatu, and at hooker too, Anton Oliver is on for Andrew Hoare, so maybe that'll fix the throwing, maybe not. And Jimmy Cowan, who's had a pretty strong game in his first start for the All Blacks, has been replaced by Byron Kelleher.
Four, let's play.
Well, he has had a good game.
Stay there.
Jimmy Cowan, his clearance, I thought, on most occasions has been outstanding.
And Byron Kelleher standing well back from the line out. 19 minutes to go, and
We'll do that. Well, no, we're going to do that again. Let's get
Victor
out of it again.
Matfield
No.
protesting wildly for a balk by Oliver.
With reason too,
Yeah,
Tony.
I think so too, Smithy.
Scrum half. Now we're 4. Stay.
Let's have a look. Yeah, right there. Mind you, most of the Springboks were on the All Black side of the line out and vice versa. Eaton goes up, and that's what they need. McCaw emerges with it. Kelleher having a run, gets it away to Collins, bashing through a hole again, gets it all, tried to get it away to Rokothoko, found McCaw instead. Now Kelleher got a chance to stretch them now. Aaron Major goes back in field for support. Now Kelleher on the short side, looking to fend off Pienaar. Good determination. All Blacks have been stung by this.
Release Green, back foot.
Once again, it's going to be a measure of their ability under pressure. The ball was out according to the ref, and so Keller has been well and truly wrapped up. And Springboks sensing a turnover. Whoa.
Turnover South Africa. Wow. So the last clearance not quite coming. Well, he couldn't get it away, Kelleher. And then he got bottled up, and the Boks had the drive over the top, and there it is.
Well, it's great work from Ruan Pienaar, because he's the man who really spun Byron Kelleher around, or wrestled him around so that the ball was facing the Springbok side, and then the All Blacks guilty of hanging on.
Yes, and it was a decent sort of a touch kick, and now throw to the line out.
5.
Well, they seem to like him up here. Andrew Hawke.
Receiver.
So John Smith, his parents still live in Rustenburg, just down the road from here. Birthplace of a great Springbok, Frick de Preer. And, well, is this the birthplace of a Springbok revival? Ball knocked on in the line out.
First of all, top of the jump, this gentleman here.
And, in fact, it's going to be All Black ball here.
It was very well contested, I thought. Was it Jason Eaton that got his hand to that? Yes, it was. The mullet is flowing in the wind. With a lack of wind.
There's no ball either. There's no ball either. No. Traction hold. No, hang on. He's not there. There's no crouch from the hooker.
To the All Blacks shortly, Smithy.
Yeah, Nenai Tialata or Tony Woodcock.
Now, you can see the whole thing's moving before. I don't want it to do that. Make sure we're straight, okay? Are you happy? Yeah. Get yourself organised, please.
Anton Oliver says he's happy.
It's organised. Crouched and hold.
Nice to ask, really. Oh, in fact, it is a Springbok ball. Well, initially he said All Blacks. That's been knocked on anyway by Petri Vandenberg.
Well, that's a turnover. And Vandenberg has had a pretty good game. He's fumbled the ball a couple of times at the back of the scrum.
Please.
Once from their scrum, the Springbok scrum coming backwards, and that time it was a straight out mistake, I think. So Woodcock, well, sterling effort. He's a great footballer.
Hang on, gentlemen.
So plenty of substitutions made by the All Blacks.
That's gone down far side this time, lads. We've got a new prop on here. It's gone down far side. Eric, number 1, stay square, please. Number 1, stay square.
An hour to go.
Yep.
And the Boks lead.
Crouch and hold. No, hang on, let's have no
looking to attack,
crouch and hold. Engage, okay.
In from Kelleher.
Stay here, scrum half. Stay there.
And they go to the short side. Byron Kelleher putting on the speed, getting past one, almost getting past an off. Great pass in field to So'ialo. Couldn't quite get the pass away to McCaw, but Kelleher's got again. Now Carter has a look, has a go. Taken by Matfield. Jerry Collins carries it on. Now Kelleher away to Major. No way to go, so he's driven through the tackle quite nicely.
Away tackler, let go. Let go, hands up.
And lost the run, trying to get a hand on it, can't do so. Muliaina stabbing the kick through. Here's a chance. Rokothoko. He'll go upstairs.
Okay, on the... Yeah, no problems. Can have a look,
Tony, I paced this dead ball area out before the game. It's only 8 metres, so very short.
Well, did he get beaten by the dead ball line? The All Blacks are going back to halfway.
Sustained attack, series of phases. Outstanding pressure on the Springbok line. And there he is finishing off. Well, there's a bit of signage in our way, but it looks pretty good to me.
No problem, Murray. No problem at all.
He took his time too, you know. Even the bad bounce. Ooh, the screen. We're battling a little bit with the screen.
Well, this hopefully will give us an opportunity to confirm, I think, what we already know.
Miles from the dead ball line, really.
You're right, as I said before, Smithy, the dimensions of this ground rather shrunken, and he's got that down. No try, plenty to spare.
Yeah, let's just pay a tribute to Dan Carter, shall we, for reading that situation.
Yes,
You may award the try.
thank you very much, Hugh.
Well, it was a great try, really. I mean, there were so many All Black players. It started with Kelleher outflanking them on the far side of the field. Just Gas getting away from the tackle, keeping it alive. And this is the end of it.
There's Mills Muliaina.
Taking it through the hole.
Tremendous acceleration off the mark from Rokotoko.
But you know, the support play of New Zealand players running onto the ball, I think that's a great thing about this team. When they get stung, they can answer back, and they seem to have numbers and support. They have confidence, they have the ability to break the line. And now, of course, Carter, can he do the business?
Chance to put the All Blacks in front for Dan Carter. Struck it beautifully. Magnificent kick under pressure. Dan Carter, the All Blacks in front, but there's still just 2 points in it with about 14 minutes to play.
Well, we know, of course, that Carter can do it. Beautifully done by Muliaina. Just a stab. So the crowd once again very excited, but now very, very quiet. Lots of muttering when Dan Carter slotted the goal from the touchline.
High kick from Pretorius, and McCaw upended in rather spectacular fashion there by Pierre Spies.
Oh, he's got it though.
And back to Major. Onto the left foot, not all that comfortable. Hasn't found touch either. Vandenberg is back. Now, Rokotoko gave chase.
Come away, Black, come away.
Now, they fired away, and Pretorius, whose kicking has been a real mixture this afternoon. Some good, like that. Some not so good. That's given them field position, and the heat goes back on the All Black line out.
Exactly. I mean, that's exactly what he wanted to do.
John,
there was no daring there. He just wanted to get down so that New Zealand would be under pressure.
No penalty, just be careful.
As we all know, anything can happen in this situation.
No.
There's Jacques Cronje.
No, wait. Him.
Another big, powerful man.
So New Zealand line out, of course. Their throw. They've got a nail at this time. New man on the field, Eaton, who has had one throw and got it. Contested another. Now line-outs at 11 to 12.
Okay, you've gone in, they haven't. Free kick.
Throw.
Well, we'll never know, Murray. Free kick.
Number 5's gone in.
The man from outside the line-out on the Springbok side came in. His opposite number hadn't done so on the All Black side, and so that means a free kick.
I'm so disappointed. I was waiting for that line-out. I was building myself up. I said, who are they going to throw it to? Where are they going to win it?
Carter again rattles off another great kick downfield. Just watch here is Matfield. Now he can't come into the line out unless Jason Eaton does. I think that's the law here.
See, Jason Eaton didn't go in.
Well, he went forward.
Black.
Like a halfback's entitled to.
Who's the... No, go.
So Smith. It was just a free kick. The All Blacks just opting to get out of their own half.
Play it.
Matfield has it.
Unopposed too that time.
Number 18, leave it there, don't do anything.
It's just working on trying to defend the line-out drive.
Yeah, there's a good defence.
Oh, they're going backwards now, the box.
Eric, have a look.
Wonder, have they got the stamina? Now they've got it set up a bit better, and this is a very good drive now. And the All Blacks have to be careful not to bring it down.
Release Black on the floor. He's done it, stay there.
Now they can. Now Pretorius, big pass over the top to Venan Olafia, and sees past Mills Muliaina there.
Release Black.
McCaw made about his 500th tackle of the day.
Yeah. Springbok line very shallow there.
Let go, Black, on the floor, let go.
Just short of halfway. Tina, will he have a run? Matfield on the ground he goes. Muliaina driving in, and
no pens, leave it Black. Well
just
done.
peel off. They couldn't get the turnover, so they get back into a defensive formation. Now Olafia tries a little kick through. Oh, nice deception there. Pretorius after it, and good play there from Doug Howlett coming forward.
Yeah, outstanding.
Really brave stuff.
Two players, brave players, gone to ground, attacking side.
Oh, okay. Take a pick. He's given the scrum feed to the Springboks. But that was a brilliant piece of work from Olafia, because it looked for all the world like he was going to kick deep.
Well, so often those little kicks don't work. The gap fills very quickly when you put a little chip kick or a grubber kick. but that one was beautifully placed. And Doug Howlett covered it well, but the attacking team gets the ball when two players hit the deck.
Engage. Not there, lads. He's not.
So the All Blacks lead by 2,
Listen,
and there are 10 minutes to play.
There's not much in it, is there? There's a few predictions like this before the game.
Oh, great shove from the All Blacks, all over them. And Vandenberg, in the end's done pretty well.
Well, they got out of it, the box, but it was a great All Black scrum.
7 back foot. Attack.
Now John Smith operating just off the ruck, wrapped up by Tialata. Pienaar, Pretorius, and again the option is a kick, and that's a big one, but he hasn't found. Yes, he has. Oh, well done. Great kick. Fantastic kick. All Blacks have taken it quickly.
Release green, release green.
Close to their own line. Kelleher.
Release green.
Having a bit of a ping.
Back foot. No.
Well, All Blacks just need to settle this down. And Aaron Major says, I'll do that. He sends a big kick downfield. Hasn't found touch. AJ Fentard. Chance to wind up. No, Pretorius looks for the drop kick. And, oh goodness, that's worse than the last one.
Well, some interesting things have just happened. The All Blacks had a quick line out, which of course I think relieves the pressure, and they got out of it. But it had created an opportunity for the Box to score some points from that drop kick. Had Nas Borta been played, it would have gone straight through the middle.
Mate, it would have gone straight over the back of the grandstand here, that one, if Nas Borta had been playing.
It won't be the last one they have a crack at either.
No.
No, well, I mean, South African-New Zealand clashes through history have been full of things like this, drama, close goals to win the game.
Absolutely. Well,
Warrenberg left it.
Sitting just along from a fellow called Joel Stransky, he kicked a drop goal that's been celebrated ever since, 11 years ago.
Is that important, is it?
I think so. I can't remember the game, Murray.
The Rainbow Nation.
Long time ago. But that's a good gain from the All Blacks here.
Numbers.
Because they've got a line out now, midway 22 and halfway, and that's where they want to be.
Well, they do. They do want to be back inside New Zealand territory, and it's their throw. I've been waiting for this line out now for about 10 minutes. Who are they going to throw it to? Soialo's way back. And there goes, who is it?
Well, they've gone back to Ringa Rosies, but they've got the ball.
Eaton.
Out it goes to Carter, right on the advantage line. And good strength as well.
Release green. They have.
Well, he had a go, and no one bought the dummy that time, Carter.
They made the ball available, though, and that's the important thing. Box trying to drive through. Soialo has it and shows good strength as he drives through. And the excellent zeroing in on the ball by the All Blacks. Kelleher. Nice little flick pass into Doug Howlett.
He did well, planted the ball well.
All Blacks looking just to play patient rugby here.
Well, this might be a turnover. Yes.
He's on his feet. Careful. Watch your heads. Let go. Everybody's let go. Everybody has let go. That's let go.
Victor Matfield slowly extricating himself. Let's have a look here. Well, they got the turnover.
Blood, please.
And
Blood.
Matfield absolutely clobbering Rodney Soialo there. Whilst Durant, how many pints has he lost this afternoon, Smithy?
Be replaceable, I would imagine. But they want to bottle it because he's an inspiration to these guys. An absolute inspiration. The way he makes ground around the field and carts that massive frame around.
Well, he's having to cart it off to the dressing room again.
Safaka up again, so he won't be looking forward to this.
Yeah, but it's going to give them a chance. Now there's Matfield again, off the ball, around the head.
Yeah, I'd say he's
not involved in the ruck there, Soialo. And he's just becoming too much of a cheap shot merchant. He's a great player, but he's doing that sort of thing just a bit too often.
So, South African ball, 23 metres out.
Hang on.
And they have won 13 without losing one.
Well, nervous times on the bench. Look at Butch James there, just massaging the muscles there. Wondering if he'll be called upon. 6 to play. I wonder, will Pretorius have another go?
Matfield's got 6 so far in this game. He's been their main man.
And there he goes again. All Blacks initially again
Back foot.
drive
No,
on them,
that's fine.
but the Springboks come away with it. Inside the 22. Now they go to ground. Pinar emerges with it. Pretorius out into centre field. De Villiers taken round the ankles by Carter. Dropped by Pretorius. Carter's got it. Gets it away to Rico Gear. Hurdles an opposition player. Towed ahead. Pulsar going back. And that will be, I think, a penalty, will it?
I know, but it couldn't help. It went down on him. It's a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty
It went down. No,
because well, now Ruan Pinar's taken it.
Up you get.
Well, Daniel Carter, the bobble ball, the intercept was pulled back from behind.
Desperate defence from the Springboks and sliding down on the ground. Well, this is where the breakdown came. Look at Carter, round the ankles.
Spectacular tackle. The ball dropped, then he went through. Now, who was it that gained ground on him?
That was Pinar.
Pinar, he's very quick, and he was looking for gear, looking for the speed on the outside.
Okay.
Long kick and good gain too. Well, that's a fantastic kick.
Outstanding kick.
And time to go, 5 minutes.
Well, 2 points.
You see, you can't do that. Player
Numbers, please.
sliding down on the ball. You have to stay on your feet if you're the player making or doing what Doug Howlett was doing in that situation.
It was interesting to see that when Pretorius knocked the ball on, he wasn't in a position to take a drop goal, although the field position was outstanding.
And the All Black line out just defending this time. They're not competing. Have a look at this.
John Smith.
Let him down.
Muller at the front. They targeted him nicely, and it's a
great drive.
Great effort by the All Black forwards.
Stay here, gentlemen.
Taking a long time to get the ball out of there, but Matfield can see it. Makes it half a metre maybe. 3 minutes to go.
No, it's all right. Stay back here.
Well, they're going to try and drive it all the way to the goal line, are they?
Back foot, gentlemen, back foot, that's good.
There's Finta. Tialata showing great strength the rest of them in the ground.
He's gone. He's off it.
Might have been turned.
Oh my. Rodney Soialo has given away a penalty.
Leave it. You must roll away and then in there. You must roll away.
This could decide the game. Time just 2 minutes to go.
Tony, I don't want to bring it up, but Soialo was also the player that was involved when the All Blacks were denied that try just before half-time. So, just coincidental, I guess, but if this goes over, Rustenburg might not be his favourite place in rugby history.
Well, this is a huge kick in the career of Andre Pretorius. The All Blacks, some of them can't look. He's about 6 metres, I should say, inside, or a bit more than that, a bit closer to the post than that. He does tend to draw them left to right.
The time clock, 2 minutes to go.
Well, not even that by the time he gets through. This is the chance for Pretorius, straight and true, over! Springboks in front, 21-20.
The Rainbow Nation rises again.
All Blacks quickly take it. McCaw after it. Challenged
Let go, Black, let go,
Vandenberg, but Vandenberg's done the right thing by his team.
Leave the ball. Leave the ball. Leave the ball.
1 minute to go.
Leave it, lads. Leave it alone.
The Springboks will look to put it out and defend. Pretorius. The All Blacks will get one last throw at it.
Yeah, well, the All Blacks look for field position, Carter.
Oh, he's blown the whistle. No, he hasn't. Oh, boy.
Get the ball back in.
No, it's not over. Just worried about which ball they were going to use for the quick throw.
Well, yeah, we saw an official down there catch the ball and throw it away.
Garth Wright it was.
Garth Wright, the former Springbok, caught it and threw it away so they couldn't take a quick throw.
You could see his brain ticking over, actually, when he did it.
Well, the All Blacks have to win this line out. Williams has it. Kelleher couldn't get the pass away because the path was blocked. He's got it to McCaw. The ball's ripped away from him.
Knocked on.
Time for the scrum is there, yes. But it'll be Springbok ball.
Time, please.
And the crowd celebrate. Ripped away by Paulser.
Repeat, please.
And one of the Springboks has gone down with an injury.
Time is off.
Well, this 15-match unbeaten run that started in Sydney last year, just seconds away from coming to an end.
Right, the time's off now, yeah.
They've won everything they needed to win. The Bledisloe Cup, the Phillips Tri-Nations well in the bag, but they wanted to keep on winning. The Springboks desperate to get out of this horrible losing slump. And I think McCaw knows that that was the last chance.
Okay. Stand up, Adam, stand up, wait.
Can the All Blacks produce one last big scrum?
Okay. It's not going in there, lads, it's moving.
You see Andre Fenter there, gesturing to the sideline. He thinks the All Blacks are doing something illegal in there.
Hang on, gentlemen. Cratchit, engage.
Well, the Springboks have only got 1 point.
No, sorry, lads, sorry. Hang on, lads, it's a hand down.
There's the siren.
No. The same scrummage, lads. No.
The scrum will have to be set. Well, all the Springboks need to do is get the ball out of here and put it into touch, and this place will erupt.
Let's get it in. Stand up, boys. It's the same scrummage. It's the same scrummage.
Well, tense moments for the Springboks and for their fans, but they've got it.
Scrum held.
Well, there's not time to reset the scrum now. Springboks have got it. Ruan Pienaar. Here it goes. Well, you'd think they'd won the Tri-Nations the way they're celebrating. It's their first win for a long, long time. The All Blacks winning run comes to an end at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium in a nail-biter, beaten by the Boks by just 1 point.
Well, back from the death, written off by all and sundry. The ebb and flow of Test match rugby between these two great rugby playing nations. Anyone can win at any stage. And this Springbok team, they've pulled it out of the fire. They were fighting for survival, so many. This man Smith and so many of his players, the coach, in fact. It's been a great game of rugby. Very, very close from the start to the end. Even in almost all areas. And on the scoreboard at the end of the Springbok team, the narrowest of victories, 1 point.
Well, the All Blacks thought they'd scored soon before half-time, and it did turn out to be crucial. TMO denied them. And in the end, Andre Pretorius, a relieved man, but he did what he had to do. He nailed the kick that mattered the most, and the Springboks have won. Let's hear now from All Black captain Richie McCaw.
Well, Richie, the great run has come to an end. An inspired performance by both sides. The Springboks found something extra in the 80 minutes.
Yeah, they certainly played. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, we put ourselves under pressure a lot of the game, and we can't afford to do that against the Springboks.
Interesting situation where once again in the middle of the game the line-out seemed to go Australia a wee bit again, and that put you on the back foot.
Yeah, they put a bit of pressure on us, and we perhaps lacked a wee bit of composure at times. That's the nature of Test footy. You've got to stay calm and take those balls. So, you know, I guess that put us under pressure, and they capitalised.
They put you under pressure in a lot of areas that they hadn't been able to do in previous encounters. But once again, the side showed good patience. Just on the day, only 1 point in it.
Yeah.
Hurts, eh?
It does. You know, we got ourselves in a position to win the game. That was we perhaps didn't deserve to, but we did. And it's a bit disappointing. Perhaps most of the year we got away with them, but today we didn't. I guess that's a lesson to us.
Their papers will be jubilant tomorrow morning. Ours might question the fact of the try before half-time. Did you get a read on that?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a try, but I guess they saw it otherwise. Yeah, I don't know. We said at half-time we had to come out and empty the tank and really play, because these guys were going to do the same, and they perhaps had a little bit more than us in the end.
I know you're down, Richie, but you've got trophies in the bank, and it's been another terrific international season, eh?
Yeah, it's been a long one, but it's been enjoyable. So it's disappointing not to finish on a good note, but it's the way it is.
You got some metal to get rid of before you can go back home, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Smithy.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Well, let's not forget that what the All Blacks were asked to do was play a test in Auckland one weekend and then 2 at altitude in consecutive weekends. And today the task was just that little bit beyond them. The Springboks deserved winners of this test, even though there wasn't much in it. As Richie McCaw said, if the All Blacks had won it, maybe they wouldn't have deserved it. Disappointing for the All Blacks to see their winning run come to an end, but the Springboks will be jubilant because their losing slump has come to an end against their greatest rivals.
Well, it has indeed. It's been an incredible confrontation, hasn't it?
Well, let's get the thoughts of Jerry Collins. He's with Ian Smith.
Thanks, Tony. Jerry, gut-wrenching, eh?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. At the end of the day, we can only blame ourselves. We probably gave away too many penalties on the wrong part of the field, and we made crucial mistakes at crunch times. But those kind of things are. If there's a positive, we can work on them. At the end of the day, we ended up losing the game ourselves. We didn't get beaten, we just beat ourselves really. And a couple of close calls didn't go our way.
The world of rugby has been saying the Springbok side is spent. It doesn't play the right brand of rugby. They've answered today in some fairly emphatic form, haven't they? They are a committed bunch.
They're very committed, obviously playing up at home, and this is a tough place to play. I was saying that that people back home don't realise that this is a very proud rugby nation, and it was always going to be a tough ask to come up here and roll them twice.
Jerry, it's not a feeling you guys are used to. You've had such a great season, so one that's going to take a bit of getting used to, but one you'll bounce back from, obviously, later in the year.
Yeah, it's just a long season. Just still a lot of games to go, and the world gives. I know people back home would be saying, we'll be pulling out the knives and that, but I mean, mate, she's a long season, so
there'll be no knives, mate. They'll be looking forward to you getting home to your family, eh?
No worries, mate.
Cheers.
Graham Henry, the All Black coach, out there addressing having a look around the troops. They look pretty exhausted, don't they? And it was an exhausting schedule, and they came up against a resolute, proud Springbok side, and it's the Springboks who've won it here this afternoon by 21 points to 20.